You've heard the story of Pizza Man, and I was a part of that story. But now that story's going on pause, as we get to hear the beginning of my story. It began shortly after Pizza Man was launched into space. He was sent far off. Well, I guess you could say it was space. He was launched through a rift. Rifts are portals that bring us to different dimensions of our universe. But now, he's gone, and Pizza Cutter has won. He has taken over the planet, starting with our home city of Neo City. And now, we just lie and wait for his return, for Pizza Man to come back and save us. You might be wondering, who am I? How was I involved in the story? Well, I'm Pizza Boy. I'm the kid who hanged out with Pizza Man. I was 12 years old when he was lost to the rift. And I turned 13 the very next day. And that's where our story begins. So guys, how are we gonna get out of this? My voice finally deepened. That's nice to see. Yeah, Pizza Boy. Yeah, got a lot to do. Especially with Pizza Man gone. Yeah. I talked with Sarah about this. Sarah was our friend. She was the one who introduced us to the rift. She could also break the fourth wall like me and Pizza Man. Although, after that moment, I just thought, what was the point? I tried to pretend I couldn't break the fourth wall. But now, what was even the point? We were doomed. I succeeded a little, but not too much. Juno was continuing to practice his sword work. And that's when he revealed a secret to me. You know, kid, I actually kind of lied to you when I said my name was Juno. Really? Yeah, my actual name is Jake. Juno turned out to be my family's last name. So it turned out because I didn't realize how important that name was. 4 years ago, in 2068, I was 15 and I was trying to go to a high school where my crush was, but instead I ended up in a high school full of ninjas. I wanted to get out, but I couldn't. But I discovered my true calling was as a ninja there. And I discovered I had the power of a dragon as I performed the move known as the Dragon Strike. The school I went to was called Ninja High. And my dragon powers came useful. We fought against Zeus, the Greek god of thunder, who had been corrupted. Became friends with Hades. I got a girlfriend, although we broke up. Discovered my true power and talent. But now, don't really know what to do. I discovered my father was a ninja, and that's why the name was so important. I decided to use that as alias, and that's for why I suddenly aged up between our first and second meetings. It was because I used a disguise to make myself look like my younger self when I was 15. And now we're quite a pickle, aren't we? So if you're 15 in 2068, it's 2072 now, you would be 19? Yep. Don't know where some of my friends from Ninja High are. Guessing they're now trying to fight back again in Pizza Cutter's army, as he's likely approaching the school fast. And knowing Pizza Cutter's schemes, he's likely well aware of the ninjas. Huh. Well, anyways, I'll see you later, Jake. Okay. And feel free to tell him what my actual name is. I don't care. Just do your best, okay? No prob. I sit him. But it'll be a bit of a prob later. Kind of. Sort of. I'll talk about Melina, a sprite dragon, literally made out of sprite. Talked to Tidal Wave, an old enemy of Pizza Man who went good. And he simply said this to me. You know, kid, you haven't got to down. You will possibly our next rule. You have Pizza Man's power, just the same ones at least. You are probably our next best bullet to take up the mantle, in case he never returns. But hopefully, we never get to that point. I hope so too, bud. Hope so too. Our crew wasn't that big at the moment. We had a lot to work through and a lot to figure out. Trying to figure figure out what the heck was going on. That is, we perhaps try gaining contact with the Hunters, a group of warriors who go to the rifts to help people, who work directly under the Meme Lords. Powerful godlike entities formed from memes, such as their two most powerful members, the Master of Law and the Ogre. But no luck, as the connection between their specific dimension was cut off by Pizza Cutter, as he himself knew of the Meme Lords somehow. And there's still questions in my head, like, how did Pizza Cutter look the exact same as Pizza Man, just without his mullet? Who knew what was going on here? Not us at the time, that was for sure. So I continued on. And when we got called to the meeting, I had to ask a question to them. You know, we have all these powers. Pizza Man defeated Pizza Cutter all on his own, while also having to deal with some of his other enemies. Why don't we try raiding his castle? We got to sneak in there and take him out. Sure, he's got his power armor now, and probably has some advanced skills now, having been in hiding for the past 2 years, but surely we could defeat him, right? Maybe. But it'll take us a lot. But screw it. It's worth a damn try. So we did. We snuck in. Got in quick and encountered Pizza Cutter, but he wasn't alone. With him was a man in a suit with long gray hair, a slight beard. He said, "Welcome, welcome. You are already familiar with Pizza Cutter, I believe. I am Mr. Experiment. I am actually the one who gave Pizza Cutter his armor back when he first encountered Pizza Man and that had busted up robbery, or botched up I should say, although it was quite the bust, as they didn't exactly get anywhere with it. I'm the one who gave him the armor, but he failed me miserably."
So you are the one who's responsible for all of this? You, or at least indirectly.
Yes, but I saw potential in the boy. He was merely 17, same age as Pizza Man back then. Now, 2 years later, they're both 19, but yet the hero is lost to the rifts. And I bet you have several questions about Pizza Cutter, like why he looks like Pizza Man. But you probably won't get those answers, for not even I know. But, regardless, you will all die in hell.
I'm pretty sure you're the one going to hell there, Buster. Jake?
No problem. Dragon, strike! That's the first time I saw the dragon strike, and it was quite the attack. It went right through it. The battle was hard. We fought hard. The dragon strike did some damage to Pizza Cutter, but not before his drones arrived in. It became an all-out war, as Mecha Pizza and many other villains of our past came out to fight, such as Bronca Boxer, Evil Train, so many more. We fought. But then I started to lose my breath. Guys, we need to retreat. Not so fast there, boy. Pizza Cutter. Yup. And you're about to die. And then by instinct, I pulled something out from my pocket. It was the pizza sword, as it retracted the day Pizza Cutter had launched Pizza Man into the rift. We don't know how the pizza blade suddenly learned how to retract, or I guess we can't say learn, but when it started to retract. But it retracted down to where I could carry it portably on a belt. But I blocked Pizza Cutter's attack. So there Jake could save me, kicking him away. As despite being a ninja, he's enhanced with his skills with some high tech. But it was worthless. As we would all have to jump out the window. We began to fall. But that's when Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, he came to save us. Tidal Wave's brother, who refused to go good, decided to go good. He saved all of us, grabbing us and getting us back to our base without anyone following him, as he made everyone assume he just simply killed us. which would end the last bit of resistance within Neo City, which would mean the first place where the conquering began was now fully conquered, also being the first place to completely fall to Pizza Cutter. He apologized for everything that was going on, as he didn't know Pizza Cutter had such advanced plans. He wasn't even aware what he was going to do to Pizza Man. But, he said,
I will help you. Consider this my own redemption. It's good to be back with you, brother.
He said to Tidal Wave. And Tidal Wave responded,
It's good to have you back. Now, what are you going to do about that guy in the corner?
as then we all looked, as a silhouette came from the shadows. A mutant cat with a sleeveless white t-shirt, blue jeans, no shoes, no socks, an eye patch over one of his eyes, but the other eye was angular, kind of, in a way. Well, at least the drawing would be angular, but he himself was not. It almost felt as if his eyes were almost, that eye was entirely white. It's clear you can still see us just fine. It's just, his eye was entirely white. As he said to us,
Name's Cross. And I believe we have some work to do together. As we have a common goal. Stop Pizza Cutter.
he said as he put a leather jacket over himself, completing the look.
And I know just how to do it.